A day before the 9th anniversary of the September 11th attacks, Mr. Obama said Americans are not at war with Islam, but with those who would pervert it. He said the threat by a Florida pastor to burn Qurans is capable of inflaming passions worldwide and is contrary to what America stands for.
I will do everything that I can, as long as I'm President of the United States, to remind the American people that we are one nation under God, and we may call that God different names, but we remain one nation.
The Quran burning has been suspended, at least for now, but controversy continues over it as well as the planned construction of a mosque near the former World Trade Center in New York City. On the New York mosque, the president said he appreciates the pain of September 11th families, but those behind the project in New York should be able to build there.
We've got millions of Muslim Americans, our fellow citizens in this country. They're going to school with our kids. They're our neighbors. They're our friends. They're our co-workers. And when we start acting as if their religion is somehow offensive, what are we saying to them?
Mr. Obama said Middle East peace talks, now underway and continuing next week in Egypt, are a risk worth taking. He said Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu should extend a partial moratorium on Jewish settlement construction in the occupied West Bank.
What I've said to Prime Minister Netanyahu is that it makes sense to extend that moratorium, because ultimately the way to solve these problems is for the two sides to agree what's going to be Israel, what's going to be the state of Palestine. And if you can get that agreement, then you can start constructing anything that the people of Israel see fit.
Mr. Obama said one of his key promises to close the military prison at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, remains unfulfilled, though he remains committed to accomplishing it. On the U.S. economy, Mr. Obama said he knows that the steps his administration has taken have not made enough progress. Asked if November congressional elections will be a referendum on his handling of the economy, the president said Americans should compare his ideas with those of rival Republicans.
Between now and November, what I'm going to remind the American people of is that the policies that we have put in place have moved us in the right direction. And the policies that the Republicans are offering right now are the exact policies that got us into this mess.
Mr. Obama has said he will not extend Bush-era tax cuts for the wealthiest Americans, which Republicans want extended. The president said Republicans, by demanding continued tax cuts for the wealthiest, are holding the middle class hostage, but he said there is room for discussion. Dan Robinson, VOA News, the White House.
Investments that will make America more competitive in the global economy. Investments in education.